Welcome back. Let's get going and continuing on our first day. I was thinking about this game quite a bit. And I realized not much happened in the last video, which is alright. I'm going to continue probably on that train of very little happening because I'm just trying to take it slow, go through it. But we died again. And it's not going great. Honestly, not going great. Let's cure wounds. I'm gonna have to definitely use that. Oh, okay. Just cured it on myself. Can I not hear it on... hopefully I can use it on others. We look at 12 out of 12 HP. Excellent. But we got level 2 exhaustion, so not great. Ooh, let's do a short rest. Can I do spend 1 hour to recover, remove 1 level of exhaustion, and restore 1 spell slot? I really should have just done that instead of cure wounds, but we need to remove that exhaustion. Ooh, roll max on hit die. Okay. Well, I really should have done that first. But yeah, I was thinking about this game. I've died twice now. I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere yet. Figuring it out. But yeah, I've not figured out my way quite around this area yet. Or where to go. Oh! Are you kidding me? Is this the tea shop? We just come back to the tea shop? Oh, there's a person up on the roof. Cool. Oh my god, we just came back to the tea shop. Okay, well. See, I have no idea what I'm doing. Can we go in here? Sleeping for sure. Come back after midnight-ish. Shit. Everything's later. You know, I don't think I've actually inspected this yet, so... Oh, damn, can't read that. Let's behold. The tea shop. Engage. Tea shop entrance. Amidst scorch marks and cracked masonry, you approach a doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. The tea shop. What a mess. Take a peek inside. A powerful force left these marks. Rip these planks aside. Let's get to work. Fastened with several nails, you also see a paper. The goblin clears his throat and begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. City notice. No trespassing. Coin Lords meet updated. Coin Lord. The magistrate handling minting, trade, and financing of public works in Typhs. Currently held by Nicholas Darrell in the Tolstad district. Okay. That doesn't include me, does it? He shrugs. I'm no expert in city law, but... Your companion suddenly kicks the planks, sending a subtle ripple of blue energy around his foot. Oh. You think I want to sneak in by myself if I could? It's sealed. You ain't getting in without the magistrate's approval. Let's touch the planks. As you do, a subtle ripples of blue energy appear around your gloved hand. It is sealed. As you move away your hand, the faint aura shimmers in dark translucent blue and then fades away. Yep. The tea shop that blew up updated. Just standing near the door makes it clear that there's a locking spell cast on it. Standard procedure for crime scenes. Okay, so we could attempt to knock it down, which is 26 strength. Let's look beyond the planks. You catch glances of steel shadows beyond. A counter, fallen wooden beams, a larger interior space covered in soot and burned furniture. A scorched mess. Look around the scorch marks. The marks go far. The flames must have been enormous. Very clear signs of esoteric power. Arguably, these marks could possibly have been caused by a regular fire of a wooden house. The stone masonry does not have enough fuel to carry such a flame, unless the building was stacked to the brim with tinder. Let's check out the trespassing notice on the planks. The tea shop entrance. A handwritten note in bold letters say, City notice, no trespassing. It then continues in a finer writing. By the order of Coin Lord Darrow, the following premises are under city seizure under suspicion of criminal offense. Unlawful trespassing will be liable under 13 holster contempt. Ooh, 13 holster. The collection of laws surrounding the lawful arrest of citizens. Okay, cool. The law is the law. You need a magistrate's password. Okay. Let's go check that out. Okay. Ooh, actually, I want to get up there. Can I get up there the way I was? Run and run. Oh, no, I don't think I can. Wish I could just climb up here. Yeah, that looks like... Okay, so we're going to have to go around. Is there any way up over here? Oh, yeah, but we can't... I don't think we can get past that, right? Hey, let's go try it out. Enter. Okay, I already just never walked through here. Oh, yeah, I just never walked through here. Oh, my gosh, okay. Missed it. Oh, what's this little crab doing down, lobster doing down here? Get back here. Oh, come on, buddy. Can we scurry after you? Nope. The stairs go far below the city. I'm not ready for that. Let's see who this guy is. The Duck. Strength behold. Okay, so 10. Undead, level 13 paladin. This is a true warrior. He is off duty, but whatever duty that is, it's everlasting. Okay, Duck. Let's chat. The Duck. The dark iron of man sits alone on the temple steps. Duck, a waterfowl common in Ascani Lakes. Okay, yeah. His face obscured, an axe strapped to his back. Thick axe, heavy. This is a real man, a hero. I have some questions, good knight. His helmed head is slumped downward slightly. He is not really here. Are you okay, citizen? No response. Let's wait. A metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving, ever so slightly. His head turns. Within the slits of his helmet, you can see the faint shimmer of a bony face. Your name, soldier. His voice echoes out into the open chamber. Pure dread. This is the great warrior. Treat him with respect. Arcane cleric, at your service, my lord. The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. Whom do you serve? I serve, he says, trailing off. Radiant. Yes? Once again he turns to look at you, the darkness within his helmet seeming to reach out towards you. As if grabbing hold of the very air, you feel everything growing cold. His dark soul is reaching out. The creature before you is neither human nor alive. I serve nothing. A lie and a truth at once. What do you know about the tea shop? Not much. Did you see anything suspicious before the explosion? No. You sure? The knight nods slowly. Do you have any piece of info that would help me? He goes silent for a while. A man passed through the halls below. Civilians do not pass here. Past the crypt entrance, through the goblin's domain, into the southern caverns. That's the flip caverns, where gravity is reversed below the city ruins. What's past the crypts? The roots of the goblin's tree. Them more tunnels, the southern tunnels. Then the sewers. How do I get there? There are paths. Most are trapped. Once you get there, the alligator might know more. His grounds are near. Alligator? His rage is endless. His appetite growing. Do not anger him. He won't speak more about this horrific creature. The knight looks down, waiting for your next question. A man, dark hair, silk clothes, headwear, dressed in yellow. Okay, thank you for your time, my good knight. He is quiet. Has he been ordered to answer your questions? This feels forced. He likes you. Now some other questions. What's up with this mess? Without lifting his head, the knight answers in a cold tone. Election. What are you voting for, my good knight? No reply. I'm voting for Asgelism. The knight doesn't care. You keep aligning yourself as a Asgelis. Gain 20 XP. He does not care for your political opinions. How manly. It stirs. His silence tells you nothing of life, nor the humanish experience. Ah, so this is where it's being held. No reply. Other questions? Who are you? He is silent for a while. You feel a light breeze pass through your armor. A draft? Perhaps there's a secret door here somewhere. The duck. Excuse me? I am the duck. A man's name is not up to debate. Nod. You should be proud of your name. The knight does not respond. This name of his is a code name, surely. He does not wish to share more. How do I open the gate down the stairs? I have the key. Oh, can I have it? No. You are too weak for that. The man is correct. You need to get back your strength first. The city below is dangerous. You should make sure to prepare properly before heading down there. Perhaps bring more spells. Perhaps make sure to recuperate enough for you to once again be able to cast higher tier spells. It is embarrassing to have not already returned to your former state of esoteric mastery. The city below is darkness incarnate. Do not tread without care. A warning from someone with ages upon him. Okay. I wonder if we'll be considered enough if we just get rid of the one exhaustion, or if we need to level up again. We already prepared our spells. Let's pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Is there anything new here, really? I don't think so. Okay. I'm done here. Goblon was here. Let's go check that out. A grand wood carving of Yorth, father of Norvik. You stare at the wondrous wood carving. A depiction of Yorth in his greatest, a true man. However, you also notice a message carved into the base of the art piece. This was not the artist's intention. It says, Goblon was here. Heresy. What kind of ingrate would defile a sacred object? Heh. Seems like Goblin's at work again. What do you think about the statue of my god, Sneal? Real human culture here. Humans sure do like wooden stuff. Goblin was here? Stare at the message. Vandalization. Terrible to see. If you'd been here, you would have stopped it. Surely. Either way, you must become stronger to stop this disintegration of society from spreading. Famous artist. That guy. Never seen him. But you've definitely seen his work. A bit rude to just carve his name into the statue like that. But he's known to be a bit of a dick swinger. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Really? Yeah, this is an old monument. It's fine. The past is the past. He squints and nods slowly. Sure. You've seen his mark around the city many times, but no one even knows if he's real. Might be a dozen little guys running around with paint and carving tools. Who knows? We'll leave that alone for now. Ooh, let's go check out this box. The election looms, 4 days remaining. You see a bunch of scattered boxes and iron poles. The election is looming. You must defend the city. The pile is a wonderful metaphor for democracy. So we still got a bit of time. I want to get that from him. Okay, let's leave. Okay. The Great Perch of Norvik. Okay, let's see what else is around here. So we could go back and talk to that guy. That guy, I mean the newspaper boy. We're also looking for the girl. Girl with glasses. Ooh, a shard of yore. Some apple coins. Let's go get this one. Ooh. That'd be nice. You know, I haven't actually really looked at this questing tree. Let's take a look at this. So, it looks like I've only really said I'm an Asgalist and I'm a cleric. Vest currently has 3 people. Okay. Election week. Rhythm. Class conflict. Owner tea shop is not accounted for. Okay, so these are all requests. I'm not going to read through all these, but something to come back to it whenever I get stuck. But, I mean, we have so many different leads to go. We still have so many places. Okay, so there wasn't much in this bin. Let's go check out what else is around. Okay. So the Drunken Sphinx, I don't think is open yet. What time does this open? I think it opens soon. Opens at 1800. Okay, 2 more hours. Let's go talk to that little imp dude again. I really wanted to get these guys permits, but I'm not sure if there's a way to do that. I didn't really talk to you. Let's talk to you. Simi and the boys. 16! It's a great roll! Okay, level 2. Factory worker, dwarf, a devoted Asgal. Me too, brother! Gives everything he has to support the cause. Gonna be me too, brother. A second son kind of person. Lives in the shadows of greater men. Follows the... Devoda follows the Asgal way not due to choice but due to the indoctrination and tradition. He wants to live up to someone. His father, a patriarch? Oh, I'm following it because I believe it as a cleric of the system. Oh wait, I was going to talk to you. Sorry, bro. The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. Fancy helmet, city man. He speaks in short and quiet manner. Oh, I was not being quiet. As if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Don't engage. Just leave. You making fun of me, dwarf? Maybe I am. What are you doing about it? Huh? He is acting tough. Be easy on him. Stare at the dwarf. He looks around, huh? Stare at the dwarf harder. The dwarf glances at his boss. You're here for talking then? Stare at him while slowly leaning your head to the side. You should, he stutters and points towards the stout dwarf on the stage. Talk to him. Weird interrogation tactic, cleric. The goblin whispers to you. But whatever works. Works. Okay, let's talk with him again. Mr. Cityman, what do you want this time? About the rally. What about it? Oh, I'm going to make a decision, and I'm going to support him. I hope we're going to do this right. I hope I don't have to, talk to her first. Still learning it all, so let's try it. Really now. And what did that brute say? The dwarf is pulsating with a surge of masculinity. This might be the start of a fight, if you're lucky. No, I don't want to talk to him. I want to go talk to the dwarf. I want to support him. Fuck. Okay, well, I messed it up. Let's say, if you don't leave before sundown, you'll be fined and arrested. Oh, yeah? Will you do the honors then, Mr. Cleric City Man? You hear the chuckles went. No, but she'll get somebody to do the job. Someone, huh? Some grunt with a paycheck, I bet. Bah! And you'll probably get a massive fine or jail. The other dwarfs start grumbling amongst themselves. Hey, he says, leaning in. What do you expect me to do, huh? These boys are counting on me. He's standing here for pride and nothing more. It is only good for the cause and for his men if they leave at this point. You must show them the truth. As terrible as it is, leaving is the best option for these poor activists. Go ahead. They're not dumb, Snail whispers to you. They'll listen. Just talk. Show them why. Okay. We need to get at least... Okay. We can do this. We just need like a 2. We pass! Huzzah! Oh, one of the first pass in a long time. You search the possible things you could say to narrow it down. The dwarf is clearly in a sensitive situation. He needs to appear a strong leader, one standing against tyranny. Don't put your danger in boys. Let's say the cause will be better off with you as a free man. As the dwarfs listen to your words, some of them just scoffing. Snail steps in. Look, he's a city schemer like any other, but right now, he's talking sense. Surprisingly enough. You see the thoughts starting to swirl behind the dwarf's dark eyes. He turns to his companions and raises his hand. Boys, we're leaving. Disgruntled as they are, none of them complain too much as they pack up their tools and grab their green banner. Before setting off, Alphaz gives you a stern look. You're a strange lad, but I see you're nothing like her. If you want to do us some real good on Tolstead, then join us. Find us on the crossing. He nods and walks away with his band of unhappy dwarfs. This dwarf is an extraordinary man, about prideful in his ways. Finally got rid of him. Phew! Let's go talk with the orc again. Oh man, okay. So I was originally going to try to help him, but this might actually work out better. And yes, I know my voice is absolutely all over the place. I cannot keep an accent. I have no idea what I never remember what accent I was actually using, or what accent, or how I portrayed myself as the person after a bit. I need to get better about that. Anyways, Agent Vera, I have to say, with all due respect, well done. Right, the dwarfs. Circle square conflict complete. Oh yes, I saw the whole thing. The whole thing. So that's how you handle them, by resolving it with a few kind words. Won't say that's not impressive on its own, human. She's actually quite annoyed that you didn't solve it with more force. Alphaz was in his right to be here. I've yet to be convinced. One day you will understand. Her smile fades. We will see about that. Good day, cleric. You did the right thing. Confrontation feels bad. He clicks his tongue once. It's just the two of you left in the circle square. Don't like this? It's trouble. Bunch of trouble. Quest complete. Okay. Our first actual quest done. Part 3. Here we go. Getting stuff done. Okay, loving it. Loving it. Okay. Oh, there was a door back here? I didn't even notice this door before. You see? I'm so glad I finally figured out that if you hold the right mouse button, it zooms out and shows you everything you can interact with. A tree rising far above, a show of nature's true force. Let's talk with it. We need talk with plants. We need speak with animals. We need comprehend languages. Like, where's all of our great 5e skills that we need to further this? I want to go talk to that cat and the griffin. I want to go talk to that lobster who almost chopped off my finger. Man. Okay, imposing tree. You look up the branches of a Brachian tree. It stands tall in the garden, towering over you. It is majestic. Nature is reaching tall and deep. These roots go down below the city, nay, even below the river. Let's touch the tree. Your hand lands firmly on the bark. Good tree. Strong tree. Connecting with the natural world. Well done. Let's look at the branches above. The wind causes the leaves to dance. Wait, between the branches high above. Oh! Oh! Is that a hole in the bark? A hollow just wide enough for you to stick your hand inside. Comprehend languages. Let's go! Something glimmers up there. Treasure in a bird's nest. That'd be a weird place for comprehend languages. I just really want it. You have a feeling this could end really badly. Then again, risk and reward, right? Well, it's a failure. You know, who cares? Let's go for it. It could cause great physical harm if you fell from that height, and heights are scary. The branches shudder in a sudden gust. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I suggest not doing that. You know what? We got on a windmill, we almost died. We climbed a ladder, almost died. We talked to a lobster, almost died. So let's climb this tree, and this time, maybe we won't almost die. Let's climb that tree. You grab onto the trunk. Pressing your entire body against the rough bark, you slowly make your way upwards. No! No! Get down! Please get down from there, cleric. Oh, dexterity -1. We're gonna do it. Let's go. Yes! Success! Wrapping your body around the trunk, you lift yourself up. The bark is rough enough for you to get a pretty firm grip, despite the vertical nature of this feat you're attempting. One foot and hand movement after another, each holding on to dear life. You take a deep breath and reach up, finally getting a hold of one of the upper branches. You've done it! Heaving yourself the last way up to get a view you did not expect. The bird's nest, on guard, full of shiny trinkets. Jackpot! Shove your hand inside the nest. Ooh, what should we do? The rain or the polished stones? Oh, the polished stone. Let's do the polished stone. The bleached white and polished rock doesn't look too valuable until it's in your palm. You feel the tingle. It's magic, baby! Grab the ring. Ring of protection. Silverware in the finest kind, with a black stone at the center. Grab the coins. Crowns. Excellent. Thanks, birds. Retracing your steps, you soon find yourself back on solid ground. Well done, soldier. Well done indeed. You lived. I'm surprised. Now can we go? Yes, we can. Let's go see what this ring of protection does. Dampens high damage. Yes, please. Oops. Here we go. Okay, we got all of our accessories. We just need a book now. Okay. Alright, so we need comprehend languages for that. Tried that over there. Let's talk to this little imp guy again. I feel like last time I was so tired I kind of skipped this conversation with him. Pencil Wayne. Hello again, cleric. Can I help you? He's not exactly happy to speak with you, but he is happy to gain your favor. I have some questions about PPG. A permission to public gathering? Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. He throws a look over his shoulder. He is aware of the dwarf's plight. He finds the dwarfs as annoying as you do. Oh, strength. Not sure if I do. Can I have a PPG? Not for me. Ask Darrow. Nicholas Darrow, chosen magistrate of Tolstead, a man known for little else than being a great-grandson of Borjo Darrow, the legendary right-hand man of Yorth. Or maybe don't, unless you got some real important message to deliver to the people. You do. Okay. Yeah, that's all about the PPG. Should I invest in stocks? Oh. I do not give, nor have ever given, investment advice. But, he looks you up and down. The goblin looks worried. I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric? Uh-oh. I don't think so. Okay, some basics then. Popularized by late Divine Era human adventure companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership in a certain venture. Could be a guild, could be a company, or a specific adventure, something that is supposed to grow over time, so you can increase the value of your securities in the venture. It is a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work. Can people buy stocks in me? The Red Devil stares at you. If you were to set yourself up as a venture, then maybe, if you could convince someone to invest in you, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice, I'd be impressed, so why not? After the election, cleric. Where can I buy stocks? You can buy shares directly from a venture trader. Basically, someone you can give you a piece of paper that says, I owe you, with some legal information on it. You can go to the trade hub. I don't think the Toasted exchange is open until after the election, though. Okay. That's all I have to ask about stocks. Okay, never mind. So, not as much from him as I was expecting. I wonder if we had done this... Okay, so Pillars Crossing. Let's go there. If we had found him earlier, or found Darl earlier, if we could have solved the dwarf way and another thing, but it seems like we're just hitting a lot of dead ends. Opens at 1800, okay. And time only seems to move when you're actually talking to people. Ooh, what's this? Oh, yep, the goblin area. We have no real new information of. Last time I didn't try all these doors, but now we can. You approach the door. Let's knock. You knock twice in polite fashion. A long time passes. No one? No one? Guess we'll have to try again some other day. Okay. Because now we're just door knocking. RNA. I don't live here. No, you don't. Wonder if we'll find knock later and then we can unlock all these random doors and check them out. Leads outside eventually. Okay. Let's go back to Waterdown Lane. I feel like I must have missed something there. And I'm sure if you're watching at home, you're like, brah, you ran past the door like 14 times. What you doing? Pay attention to your surroundings. Be observant. You damn Minnesotan. Just not being observant at all. Okay, are you open yet? We're closer there. No, you're not open at all today. Alright, how about you? When did you open? Sundown. Oh, I think the sun is going down. This is beautiful. Okay, can't even go in here, right? Shut for the day. So yeah, are we just supposed to be killing time until the night? And if so, like, I need to find some things to do. I don't want to talk to you, Griffin, until I can, speak with you. Because this is just, yeah, stir. How do I get up? How do I get to this? Going down, far down. Can't reach that from here. Is there something in here I missed? Like, is there a way to get up? Ooh. I recognize this. Something's at the bottom? Oh, it is coins. Can I just rob people blind and they just don't care? Just walking in. I'm just gonna go through your stuff. Take a little coin here. Take a book there. I mean, from Stir, I grabbed this floating pad, and I love that thing. But yeah, no one seems to care. I can just kind of do whatever the hell I want. Maybe I just need to get rid of my exhaustion. Maybe I just need to rest for another hour, get rid of that exhaustion, and then maybe the guy will give me a key to go down. Oh, look at this. We're back at the windmill that almost killed me multiple times. Because, yeah, we can't get in here. We need a... Ooh, we can try the dexterity one again. Let's do it. We are having so much luck tonight. What is going on with this? Your fingers work the mechanism with precision. Click, click, click. The lock gives way. The door swings open. You see nothing but black beyond. Complete, utter darkness. Can't see a damn thing in here. Ah, good thing we got dancing light. Your light cuts through the gloom. The storage chamber reveals itself. Broken crates, scattered papers, a mess of abandoned equipment. Someone left in a hurry. You notice the ceiling. Several glowstones lie shattered on the floor. The explosion, it must have been shaking it loose. The T-shot blast reached even here. That blast, it shook everything. We push forward. You wade through the debris. The place has been abandoned for some time. Dust covers everything. What a dump. Search for anything useful. You sift through papers and crates. Most of it is worthless. Old receipts, inventory lists. But then you find something. A document. A notice. Official letterhead. Notice of termination. Collective action violation. You scan the text. The roller mill owner fired everyone. They tried to form an Asgal union. All workers dismissed. Effective immediately. Brutal. Ah, so some union busting up in here. That explains why this place is empty. The owner shut down rather than deal with organized labor. The workers deserved better. They did. But the world rarely gives people what they deserve. Tale as old as time. At least as old as factory work. It's bourgeois bullshit. All the way to the top. Snell's correct, sadly. Hell yeah. Love me some bullshit. He shakes his head. Ignore me. I'm getting tired here. I don't actually love the bullshit. I don't know why I said that. I was trying to make my character be sarcastic. I think this character wouldn't love it. Next playthrough, though. Next playthrough, we're going on strength all the way. The owner's private space. Check the desk. Approach the desk. Old papers, ledgers, more termination notice. And then a drawer. Locked, but poorly. The door slides open with a snap. Inside lies a smooth stone, one of several faces adorned on its side. It pulses faintly with esoteric energy. A magic item. Esoteric. Ooh, a sending pebble. You pick it up carefully. A sending pebble. Now this is a third level evocation spell commonly used as direct communication between powerful individuals. Ooh, city-states are arcanists. The Navorkian Sending Office employs many clerics for the express purpose of casting sending across the coast. Useful tool. Very useful. Pocket the stone. Hell yeah. You slip the pebble into your pouch. Time to leave. This place has given you all it can. I'm not finding anything else here. Let's go. You make your way back through the darkness. What a lovely 12. Alright, I'm going to pause here. Probably continue tomorrow. But thank you for joining. Have an amazing night, y'all. We just learned that the person who ran the roller mill discharged everyone, fired them all earlier as they were getting ready to build a union, so some union busting. Hey, now we really gotta find that speak with animals. Well, there's just so many cute little animals everywhere. They all probably have so much to say to us. I think that we've done a pretty good job of exploring a decent amount right now. I'm sure I've missed some things, but that's alright. I'm going to rest for another hour just to get rid of that last point of exhaustion here. Okay, lowered exhaustion by 1 level. Hell yeah. Hopefully this will help us get some good rolls at night, since seems like a lot's going to happen once we hit 1800. So open at sundown. Still can't go in. Let's go back and see if there's something in here that we missed. Yeah, hopefully you're all doing wonderful. Leads us to the goblin. Let's go talk to her again. Maybe she'll have something interesting to share. Something to add. Ooh, where's this go? Viskin's Lich House must be located within these walls, just a bit further up. Lich House. Oh, look at that. We're back at the Lich House. Ooh, what's a slightly broken standard issue Uthgard blade? Let's take that. Glow glass, very common magic item. Oh, the zombie is gone now. Imported goods. The receiver is marked as HWBT. Let's get an apple. We're gonna need the amount I've been losing health. We're gonna need it. And where does this go? Stairs leading far into the city below. Let's head down there. Completely missed this area earlier. The city below the city. This is ominous. Taking a step forward, you touch a thin cord. Something soft latches itself around your ankle. A contraption is now in motion. There is no time, it is a... Huh? Oh gosh, we hit a trap. Failure yet again. It tightens around your boot. With a violent tug, you're forced onto the ground, hitting the back of your head on the steps. Before you can even react, your entire body has been dragged over the edge. Cleric! Flail and scream. You're falling, but not far. With a painful snap, your descent is stopped, and you're simply left hanging. Okay. Let's look up at the rope. It's snared tight around your boot. Should keep you hanging for a long time. You can see how it's connected to a series of pitons wedged below and in the side of the stone walkway. Next to you is a hanging rock. It acts as a counterweight. A terrifyingly efficient yet surprisingly simple contraption. Whoever set this up is an expert. Let's try to pull ourselves up. So we got a DC 7. We can definitely do that. We got a +4. Excellent. Be out of here in no time. A final deep breath. You feel the numbness spread as you heave upwards. One gloved hand grabbing the rope, then another. Through sheer power, you pull your entire body weight upwards, climbing higher and higher until a green claw grabs your hand. Your goblin companion groans as he helps you up. You roll over the edge. Get the rope off. Your fingers dart around your ankle, desperate to remove the latched rope. You rip it off and toss it to the side. Free. Safe. Alive. That was awful. Going through your near-death experience will last in your soul. The goblin stumbles back. Fucking hell. You realize you've been holding your breath. Your lips are probably turning blue. Breathe. I need to breathe, damn it. Air fills your lungs. You are alive. Thanks, Neil. He nods. That was a nasty trap. I don't think I would have noticed it either. Your companion looks disturbed, but still, don't let that happen again. Let's check the rope. It's an extremely sturdy rope. Thick, soft to the touch. Basquill hemp. The type to grow on the border between Hazy and Kargamesh. Whoever placed this trap is an extremely well-funded and highly resourceful individual. At the knots, you see a series of burned-in letters. Someone's left a message on the ends of the rope itself. Behold, Boba Slop. Boba, the last of the Titans, fought against the dragons in Vorgani, died in the Hazy Swamp. His corpse spawned many monstrosities across the coast. Cried. Don't know what that means, but I don't like the look of it. Really don't. Okay, let's go. Well, let's continue on downward. Hopefully we don't run into any more traps. Ooh, we're further down, which means we can keep communing with the pillar. A door. How interesting. Okay. Anything over here? Ooh. A mouse. One day we will talk to you. Yeah, if I ever replay this game, it'll be definitely after I know where Speak with Animal's at. The Pillar of Jor towers before you. He is speaking to you. Touch the pillar. You place your hand on the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it has seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god or king or people? The thoughts stir in you a deep sense of longing. Perhaps one day you'll join in that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now. So disadvantage because the goblin is impatient. But advantage because we talked to... Okay, so that evens out. Yes. Your gloved hand presses against the surface. You find the will to listen, to bear the burden of that solemn voice. So close your eyes and pray. Silently mumbling the same words as always, to your God, to your people in this great city. It fades, the voices grow, not in size, but in number. Some of them join in your prayer. Some dismiss it. Some hate it. Before you, a dark landscape stretches, covered in the bodies of the damned and the waiting, their souls on display for judgment and callous sorting. Among them you see one face turned to look at you. At first, you believe it to be him. Then you understand, as a man who appears to be both younger and older, gives you the kind of look of regret a father would have on seeing the return of a lost child. He turns to face the stairs. You watch him go. Again, again, again! Your heart is racing, blood pumping. You get a grip. The vision has faded. Whatever you saw quickly disappears deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper here. It screams. Go down. Further down. You understand plainly. There's more to this pillar you need to investigate. And this time, further below. Okay. Fascinating. Ooh, a door. Oh? You detect something unusual about this section of wall. Specifically, the ornate skull. This is a doorway. What's up? Point at the wall. He squints at it. Oh yeah, that's just the passage to the crypt. You know about all the secret doors down here? Just this one. It's right by the roots. It changes every other month or so, if we don't keep watch. Gotta make sure it stays closed. Ever since you clerics stopped doing delves periodically, the undead issue has gotten a bit messy. Just say understandable. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to check inside, you could probably hit that tile there. Run your hand along the surface. Your gloved fingers trace the stone. Smooth, cold, ordinary. But wait. One section feels different. Slightly warmer. A tile distinct from the others. You push. A soft click. The wall shudders. The slides open. Well, damn, I'm finding this pretty late in the day. We need to get back up to see what's going on at night. Revealing a dark passage beyond. Cold air rushes out. The smell of old stone and dust. And something else. Death. Sweet. I'll keep my sling ready. He means his weapon, not his manhood. That wouldn't be needed in this dead, bony place. Okay, let's check it out. Nice autosave. A little bit ominous, though. Another rat. Thousands of dead. I hate this place. A literal pile of skulls. Thousands. Each life taken by war, suffering, or time itself. The eternal cycle. You will join them soon. This is insane. So many bodies. You know well about this. This was the first of the containment crypts. The first? Oh, this is your first crypt. Built for himself, by himself. These bones belong to cursed victims, those claimed by the cursed land's horrors. Destined to rise as undead hordes, Europe sent many expeditions to the east, each an attempt to reclaim the spirits, the literal bones of those who were left behind. Entire ships were loaded with the many, many bodies, brought ashore to Norvik, those put into these crypts. Unmarked graves, yes, but consecrated all the same, an attempt at total redemption. Putting them all under the city was a pretty ballsy move. It was, and as you can see, it was a success. These bones do not move. They are not held in the crazed vitriol of negative necromantic energy. They are at rest, even in this horrid state. So these are all the people who died in the Cursed Lands? Yes, the greatest tragedy of your people. And this is how they ended up, simply due to the issue of numbers. There were too many bodies to give proper burial rites to each of them, even after the burning the flesh. Since ocean or river, burials are even more problematic due to the horror issue, this was the best option. They do not move. Bow your head to the dead. Okay. Now one thing I absolutely love about this game is the fact that, like, a horrid noise in the dark, moving, a mess of rusty iron and clattering bones, moving towards you. Cool. No, no, no. I hate the crypts. It calls to you. Roll initiative. 1. Awesome. Incoming undead. It is set on killing you. Taking stilted steps towards you, the skeleton raises his sword hand. The blade comes down, striking you in the shoulder. The bone-chilling shriek emanates from the skull. Destroy it! Don't you have some holy magic against this thing? The goblin brings out his sling. In one swift move, he launches a projectile towards the abomination. It flies right through its open rib cage. You must defend yourself and smite this foul abomination. The bones are outside of the body. They must return. Clearly, any type of piercing or slashing damage would be near useless against this creature. Blunt force is what you need. Okay, your fist will lead the way. Let's see, can I just tell it to stop? Being friendly never hurts. Would hugging in any way help? No. Whew, that's a high strength check. But better than our dexterity. We did it! Yes! With a single swing, you line up a perfect strike. Your fist connects with the thing's skull, cutting off its horrid shriek. The impact sends its skull flying off, as the rest of it collapses upon the crypt floor. Great hit! The bones spill to the ground in a pile of dust and scrap metal. No other threats. The skeleton must have been the only guardian. Thank you, Sneal. You're welcome. You did good, too. You performed your duty. This crypt has been cleansed. The goblin leans on his knees, panting. Gods, I hate crypts. He raises his finger and wigs it. Nothing good ever comes from constructing a crypt. You either get a cursed place filled with death or a meat grinder filled with undeath. It can be a little cozy. Are you insane? Look at this place. It's like a band from somewhere far away echoes down the hallway. The goblin jumps, a shiver down your spine. Then the chamber grows silent once more. A scent of death still lingers. He clears his throat. Fuck this place. Let's go. Kneel down. Hold on. I have to make sure this warrior gets what he deserves. Which is? Say some respect. Right. I get it. I'll do what I must. Ruined armor, broken sword. But that helmet? Ooh, let's check. +1 intelligence, +1 constitution, and -2 charisma. Ooh. I got on now. Helm. You know what? Our charisma's already so bad anyways, I don't think it matters. +1 strength, -1 wisdom, versus +1 dexterity, +1 wisdom. Okay. Ooh, a mace. +2 constitution, +1 wisdom, -2 strength. Mace of Terror. You reach the mace. It is cold. Colder than the iron permits. The metal feels raw. Got yourself a nice weapon, eh? Grip it hard. As your gloved hand wraps around the handle, a chill runs up your arm. Not just cold. Something else. A presence. Wait. Nothing. Just the empty crypt. But you saw something in the corner of your eye. A figure watching. You good? The goblin looks concerned. There's someone here. What? The goblin readies his sling. Where? You look down at the mace. It's ornate, well crafted, yet your body seems to fall when you hold it. Something is very, very wrong with it. What? Is it cursed? Did I just get cursed? No, it's there again. The figure. And the periphery. watching. Nothing. Gone. But you know it was there. You felt it. The mace is haunted. Cursed perhaps. This thing is haunted. What? He stares at the mace. You sure? I'm sure. Great. Haunted weapons. Just what we need. Damn this. You find this lovely weapon ready to take on the city's foulness, but you simply cannot wield it. The horror, like some unfleshy ghast come to haunt you, is too great. Keep it sealed. Keep it close. The spirit watches. Okay. Well, I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us at all. The tomb of a fighter is empty inside, except I should not be looting them, but our first playthrough is always about, right? Figuring everything out. Dust from a bone grinder, very fine and faintly sparkling. Made out of unicorn horn or whalebone, or something. Can be used to recover second level spell slots. Okay. Maybe it is worth looting all these. The first tomb of Yorth. This is it. This is the first place his body was placed 27 years ago. Your lord, your master, your god Yorth. Fallen and exhumed, like his city. Watch closely. This is how every divine dominion ends, with the cracking of an ugly tomb. This place is still holy, consecrated. Despite this, the horror still walk the grimy tiles. Yorth's traces still linger here, as it should. Cool. Okay, killed a skeleton. Let's heal. Cure wounds, shield of faith. If we use shield of faith, will it just be active at all time? Let's try it out. I don't know what the duration is of it. Alright, let's head back up. We're going to have to remember this is down here. Come back down here later. But it's after 1800, so I think the one bar is open now. We go talk to some people there. Get to know the area. But as I was saying earlier, I love that Constitution, Strength, all that are just different facets. And they have their own biases, you know? When we dive into it, we can't trust it as being actually legit. It's you know, it's trying to persuade us in its own way. Hey, y'all. Ooh, they left a hammer here. Simple hammer. +1 Constitution. Advantage in situations where you might need a hammer. Oh. Oh, this is a weapon. Okay. You know what? Drunken Sphinx. Jukebox! A jukebox! Your eyes take on an enticing green glow of the discets. Their presence lights up the night in a glorious rhythm. Ooh. You press one of them and the mechanism inside doesn't activate. The jagged movement indicates that the deeper sprongles have broken off. Unfortunately, that means only the first 3 discets are playable. Let's do let the chains be dust. You press the button and the glowing disket is pushed in a tiny metal spongle. The crystal connected to the speaker system touches the stone surface and the music begins to play. Okay, now let's chat with everyone. So this is Roz. Bow for hire. Natural 20, hell yeah. Locked everything. So Goblin Hill. Ooh, neutral evil. Level 8 rogue. He wants to kill you. Okay. Well, that's nice. This is a massive, unregulated, confident, and highly problematic goblin supremacist. He will not debate you on this. He doesn't even see you as worthy of being alive. A focused killer. His body count must be in the hundreds, the type of man who wishes for nothing but the destruction of humanity, the Earth folk especially, and the downfall of the invading species upon the shores of Ascani. The more you stare into those deranged eyes of his, the more you understand. He is not full of hatred from some idealistic vision of the future. He does not view the future of Ascani as a golden paradise. All he wants, entirely due to some personal vendetta fueled by sociopathy, is to erase humans from existence. Okay, so this is not somebody really worth even interacting with, but let's see what he has to say. The scent of smoke fills your helmet as you approach the hooded goblin. He takes a drag from the pipe, his rough face illuminated. He is glaring at you. Didn't I see you at Pillar Crossing? Hooded goblin does not reply at first. Then he just looks at Sneal with a foul frown. I see you're getting more craned by the day. Fuck you. Keep staring at him. You hear him clear his throat slowly. I suggest bothering somebody else, human. What do you know about the tea shop? He doesn't know shit. The goblin laughs. Need help, huh? Figured. You insulting me, goblin? Yeah. Now fuck off. Your companion turns to you and mutters, God, he's such a fucking cunt. Glass him? I don't even know what that means. You know this guy, Sneal? Sure, that's Raz. Ignore him, he's not interesting. Hooded goblin lets out a cloud of smoke. Listen to your pet cleric. What was that? Did you say something, Raz? Killing intent. Pure rage is building in your companion. He only scoffs at Sneal's question. I feel like there's some tension here. Both of them just quietly glare at each other. Okay. We'll leave. Okay. So we have 4 people to chat with. Ooh, the Sphinx. What's this? An old well. You approach the old well. It's dry and very, very deep. Look down the well. It's only darkness. Is this a wishing well? No. I wish I was the greatest knight in all of Ascani. Nothing happens. Won't you look at that? That must mean you're already the greatest knight, huh? Truth! The goblin speaks truth. Oh, we are not jumping. Not yet, anyways. Alright, let's start over here. Donation plate. Can we donate? There's a small plate with a fair bit of crowns scattered on the surface. The goblin glances at you as you approach the donation bowl. I want to donate crowns here. You do. How much, though? Alms are important to help those in need. It is honorable to give. How many crowns do I have? We'll do 10 crowns for now. You place a handful of crowns in the bowl. A good amount. Oh, thanks, cleric. Let's learn about her. Goblin cave. Another goblin. This one is looking to escape. The goblin seems to be playing around with the strings of her instrument. She's tuning it. Hey, her entire body jolts when she sees you. She's frightened by the Earth Guard colors. I'm playing in a second, okay? Okay. Okay. I need some tense ambiance for all the conversations I'm gonna have tonight. You should play some debate music. Would be suitable with the election coming up. She squints. That's not a genre. You're probably right. She finishes whatever she was doing to her instrument. Don't dance. It'll hurt your chances at anything here in this cabin. Let her play. Okay, here we go. Leave her and let her play. Oh, it's Agent Vera. Oh, can we try to see more about her? We can. Oh, she's neutral evil. Okay. Nothing you can say will sway her. She will play you until the end. Okay. It'd be something akin to 1,000 a month. Standard fare, really. Obviously, all of my propriety deals would have to be included in that. Obviously. Which would make it more akin to double that price at least. The orc woman places her cup on the counter and leans forward. We hope you'll consider it. The fiendish woman behind the counter gives her a wide, sharp grin. Vera turns to leave and almost walks right into you. Whoops. Cleric, lovely to see you again, but I can't stop to chat. Do swing by the water lane later, will you? As the orc steps past and leaves the tavern, you look over at the woman behind the bar. Approach. Let's learn a little bit more about Rick Spider, the local tavernier. Yeah, we're having some great rolls tonight. Okay, Demon, level 3 entrepreneur. Money, money, money. That is what you get when the pragmatism of devilhood mixes with the dexterity of humanish fingers. A mint-making, crown-conscientious capital creator of the highest class. Entrepreneurship is about disruption. It's about seeing through the common clay and figuring out the hacks of reality. It's like magic, really, except it works on scale. The woman has found several holes in the city's purse. Over the years, she's run factories, founded startups, dealt with new city corporations, guild deals, and now she's a tavern proprietor. A highly accomplished woman, the type to flourish in freestyle future. Okay. Behind the counter stands a woman of fiendish origin. Focused on filling up one of the taps, she immediately stops when she notices you approach. A tiefling. Welcome to the drunk Sphinx. What'll? My good lord, a cleric! How lovely to see the city stop by. She gives you her full attention. Name's Rick Spider. I'll be serving you tonight. This woman is a perfect hub of information. Pick her brain. I am the cleric of Norvik. The cleric? Oh my. The cleric in you stirs with quiet confidence. Aren't you a catch? I want to pick your brains. That could be arranged, she says, and gives you a big smile. I'll pick it real good. Neat! Just means I want to ask you, oh, I thought you meant something entirely different, but I do love answering questions. Do you have a bunch of information that could help me in my quest? Sure. If there's anything I can do for you, just ask. I know more than most in the sprawling cities of ours. The city is not hers. We all share this place. It is as much hers as it is yours. Oh, Sneal, she exclaims. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Want something to drink? I'm on the clock. He nods towards you. Oh, you're the escort, eh? That's not how I'd phrase it, but sure. She laughs and sticks a sharp finger in your face. Don't get Sneal into too much trouble, you hear? He's already grumpy enough as it is. You two friends, Sneal? No. Don't say that. You're hurting my feelings. There's tension here. You should mention it. I sense sexual tension between you. That's... Sneal quickly snaps at you with a glare. That's a statement I would strongly refute, cleric. Fiendish woman nods. Of course. Refuted it is. It is. For sure. Absolutely. She laughs and leans in over the counter. All jerks aside, this is all just a part of the job, you know. Flirting? Well... Sure. A bit on the nose, but sure. Being sarcastic? Always. It just happens to be as such that Sneal here is a very hard nut to crack. The hardest. The goblin closes his eyes and mutters something to himself. A series of explicitives. You do not feel any nervousness speaking to this woman. Does Sneal spend a lot of time in here? You don't need to ask her. It's not relevant. He does, she says, ignoring his comment. Although this is the most convenient third place for the HWBT, so it's not like he's got too many options. We've all got the wonderful goblin we can need here every night. Of course. What's up with the Sphinx? That's Ulzis. Great gal. She's a Gyno Sphinx. She's been here since, like, early Gate era. But good luck getting more than that out of her. Thanks for telling me about the Sphinx. No problem, she says with a wide grin. What do you know about the tea shop? It blew up! She looks shocked. People keep saying that. Right. Very strange. She gives you a quick shrug. Once a year, not usually on Tolstead over noontime. It's more of a night gal, obviously. So I'm not much help, sadly. I've just heard the regular, but I can recommend talking to the kid at the kiosk upstairs. His brother comes in here often, and I overheard him talking about it. Yes, I spoke with Arn. Great. Hope you didn't scare him too much. Kidding! Do you know a man named Frank, son of Frank? Your question causes her to let out a hearty laugh. I'm so happy that I'm not the one having to ask that stupid fucking question. No, I'm afraid I haven't, she eventually manages to tell you. Sorry, cleric. She cannot help you. What is the tavern talk? Talk of the tavern. What's the hot goss, as they say? The fiendish tavern keep suddenly stops cleaning the counter and stares at you, wide-eyed, confused. Excuse me? No, I'm asking, she tosses the cloth over her shoulder. You want rumors? Yes, please. Well, have you heard about the missing paladin? That's a bit of a mystery. Lord Gom is said to have gone missing in the city below, although really, it's just rumors. But I haven't seen him for weeks, so it's a bit worrying. Lord Gorm, of course, I've heard of him. He's the last paladin of Orth. He's very important in the city. I'd like to ask more about him. Sure. I don't know much, to be completely honest, but if I were you, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Did he wear a helmet? No, never actually. He always showed off those golden locks. A clear sign of corruption. What sort of man would choose to show skin instead of iron? Guess his proclivity for vanity very much surpassed your own, cleric, she says with a playful smile. What's he look like? Big guy, Yorthgard-like outfit with a bit more gold. Not the type you'd like to arm wrestle. Other than that, green eyes, blonde, long hair. You ever hear him say anything suspicious? She laughs. Oh, look. Drunkards say all kinds of shit. Can't read too much into it. What did you hear? Mostly a bunch of ranting about how every single political entity in the city should be burned to the ground. Some typical pro-human slogans. You know the stuff. Ah, so Lord Gorm was a fascist. Got it. Might be simplifying the issue a bit, but sure. You know where I could find him? I hear all kinds of rumors, cleric. Either he's cracked under the pressure, or started living as a fisherman or a beggar in Waterlane, or he's died in the tunnels below fighting undead abominations, or maybe he's on a ship to Maltown. Maybe Lord Gorm wants to head out into the infinite waste through Toll's Pass. Either way, I don't think you're going to find him, cleric. But maybe there's some clues as to his fate somewhere here on Toasted. Who knows? What are you voting for in the election? That's a cheeky question. You don't have to tell me if you don't want. Well, if you're being so nice about it, then I'll have to. You've made this woman very happy. Early on, I thought about voting for the Agricultural Party. They had a big focus on small business owners. That's me. But obviously, they moved over to bigger worker class focus and now completely swallowed by it as Gallism. So now I'm leaning towards the Free Striders. They want to build up the economy and increase trade, which would directly make my life so much easier. Plus, it's hard to ever vote for the Nationalists when they want my kind to be second-class citizens. And the Free Striders will let you buy your way to first class or what? She gives him a half smirk. Something like that. Fuck fascism. Give her a high five. She enthusiastically meets your hand in a satisfying smack. Hell yeah. A foolish performative act. Why would trade make your life more easier? Make your life easier. She looks around. Tolstead is already a hotbed for travelers coming in all around the coast. If the tariffs are lowered, especially between the Reedsean cities, we'll be seeing twice as much traffic on Waterlane. That means twice as many patrons. I might have to expand. Okay, it's almost 7. I want to get to Waterlanes here soon. I will also want to talk to this fantastic looking Sphinx. Vault Guardian. Whoa. Just so many good rolls tonight. What the hell? Okay, Monstrosity, level 14 Gynosphinx, lawfully good. Thousands of years spent guarding her hole in reality. Remember, her perception is far beyond your ability to conceive. For her, a day is a fleeting moment, unless you make it memorable. A gynosphinx giving out riddles? A woman searching for something? Anything, even remotely interesting about these scurry mortals. Why else allow them to enter a lair like this? She is not being exploited. Whatever deal she struck with the tavern keeper, this beast of Jor could break it at any moment. None of them hold any power over her, yet she cannot leave. Resentment. Anyone sane with even a sliver of mortal understanding would feel resentment after being stuck in one spot for millennia. Ulzus, this oh-so-powerful creature, feels a hint of resentment towards her masters. Perhaps this is why she entertains this fleeting moment. Yeah, let's talk. A lull falls over the ambient chair, just a beat of uncertainty as this cleric steps before the tavern's singular attraction. You have the bravado to wow her. Be exactly what you are. Do exactly as you do. She, along with everyone else, will love you all the same. Towering, you stare at somewhat feline creature up on the stage, a living myth, barely taking a swig out of the barrel, clearly not paying you any mind. Aunt Cephalian, an old Damarian term meaning before the closing of the gates, used to refer to those who lived before the end of the gate era, exactly 27 years ago. The scent of the cheap wine lingers in the air, along with the esoteric sensation. A gynosphinx is not to be trifled with. Her physical characteristics are enough to crush everything that is you. However, she will not have to raise a paw, for her magical prowess could exile you from Jor's realm in an instant. Tread carefully. Give her a deep bow. Your sphinxisty. Perfect opening. Notice, don't try to be funny. The Sphinx looks down at you. Meeting her glowing blue gaze makes you feel like you're falling far, far below the world. There are arrows of wisdom beyond those eyes. Her expression turns dark. Dark tidings bring you to the hearth, she speaks, low and rolling. You see a hint of chaos in her movements, on focus. A helmed dog, dragging its leash around the vestiges of Jor. She extends a claw, thick as your arm, and pokes you in the stomach. Woof. That's ridiculous. Dogs don't wear helmets. She lets out a deep breath. It smells like an old basement full of booze. Nor do free men. What? That does not make any sense. She is drunk. Could be a riddle. She's implying the helm turns you into a slave. She is wrong, obviously. If you want her attention, you must do something remarkable. She takes another sip from her barrel, not looking at you. Watch yourself, cleric. Ulzus isn't one for idle chit-chat. You know the Sphinx? He shakes his head. Every night there's a drunk jackass that asks for a riddle. She usually doesn't hurt them. I'll be careful then. Wise words. I wish to prove myself worthy, great Sphinx. Worthy, little one? Worthy how? The massive claws tap in boredom. Then ask, little one, to see if you can spark my interest. Isn't it lonely to hang out around here for millennia? She takes a deep breath. I must remember that my perspective on time is different from a mortal's. When one views events on the scale measured in eras, a chat like this is but a fleeting blink among a heaven of stars. She speaks from a pool of knowledge deeper than your entire potential existence. Mortality makes life beautiful. Oh, I've heard that countless times. Yet it always comes from those trapped in its clutches. I suppose perspective is everything. I wonder if I have to do something outside of the tavern I can bring back to her that she'll be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Here, what's that door behind you? Nothing, but it's clearly something. How perceptive of you, little one. She holds up a paw as if presenting a prize. Behind me lies but one divine vault of many. She lowers her head slightly in a tiny bow. I am its protector. It's really not more complicated than that. What are you voting for in the election? I'm not. What? Why? She shakes her head. I cannot leave to vote, I'm afraid. Even if it was my business to leave an imprint on the affairs of mortals. If you could leave, what would you vote? Oh, I don't know. She points a claw at you. What would you have me vote for if you were in my shoes? The Asgals. They will make the city fair and equitable. Ah, yes. A bunch of failed revolutionaries will surely be the best choice to safeguard the future. She gives you a knowing smile. She knows more than you'll ever learn. You can't leave for even a minute or two? I could, but that would break my divine quest. Understandable. I would just say fair. I would not have expected a mortal to understand. Interesting. She takes a long sip from her barrel. I'll be going now. Thank you, Great Sphinx. Whoa. Dusk! Bookshop's open! Hell yeah. Smarter Tengu. Okay, level 1 rogue, Cav Keevil. Not so much. A crazed kleptomaniac of a goblin. He needs help. Professional help. Be careful of him. This is not a typical example of a goblin. This is an extreme, a stereotype, a fable. It's on a level where you seriously consider whether this foolish goblin is possessed by some spirit, some divine spark of a trickster god, but the kind of god who would trick his avatar into becoming the useless thief you could possibly imagine. Stranger things have happened. The goblin glances at you. His eyes light up for a second, then he notices Sneal. Smarter. Sneal. Don't cause any trouble. Okay. Sneal motions for you both to leave the guy alone. One of your cousins? Something like that. As the two of you take a step away, Sneal sighs. Smarter is a notorious pickpocket. Don't let him get too close. What kind of goblin is it? Ooh. Oh, he's a common thief then? Sneal rubs his eyes. No, look. I'm talking a real actual pathological kleptomania case. Like, I can't keep his hands away from pockets type deal, except Smarter, he fails every single time, hurting himself in the process too. What a fool. Can you imagine failing at things and hurting yourself a lot? Yeah. I don't think he's ever gotten away with anything, so just be careful around him. I don't want him hurting himself again. Okay, let's not stick around then. Let's head back to Waterlane. If I remember right, we can go up and around, but I wanted to go check. Ooh. Can we engage with this? Totally missed this before. You see a bird's nest nestled on the edge of the protruding stone tile. Got some eggs in it, and you spot something shiny below as well. It appears unguarded. Must be a gull's nest. Just don't climb out there, man. You'll die. Like, for sure. With the cantrip Mage Hand, you could easily grab the content of this nest from a comfortable distance. Where could I get Mage Hand? You used to have a version of your own Mesmerize, but you clearly lost it in the river. Let's just feel sad. However, there are ways of restoring your memorization of the cantrip. You'll need a source, perhaps in a library. If you had time for a trip to the towers, that would be ideal. Alas, you'll have to make do. Perhaps there's esoteric books found in the Lich House that could be of use. I'd really like to climb out there and give it a shot. No. Come on. Just a little push it. I fell... Okay. Yeah, I fell to the river once. Why not twice? Your gut twists at the thoughts of tumbling down those red rocks. Stop this. You've got nothing to gain. Yeah, not worth it at all. Yeah, let's not. Take a step back. This will let you live. Wow, I really thought I was going to be able to just climb out there and maybe even die. Would have been fun. Ooh, there's a barrel up there and some letters. I don't think I ever checked those out. Oh, I don't think I ever did this one either. Some crowns. How many crowns do we have? 201. Maybe we'll buy a bunch at the next place. Old faded posters nailed to the wall. They're unreadable. Actually, readable posters. They're still kind of old. You know, we never did find that one lady's friend who was standing right here. Probably missed out on that quest line. Go down. Excellent. Okay, let's go. So, if I remember right, at Water Lane, there's a meetup of some kind. Let's see if our question tree has anything for us. What's this? Oh, we can take root here. What's this do? What's that even mean? A dozen dwarfs and an orc walk into a tavern. The orc turns to the tavern keeper and says, "Hey, give me a large one." The tavern keeper says, "Please don't turn this into a joke. These are real people you're talking about. What's going on here?" Let me continue. So the dwarfs go. The dwarfs have struggled as a minority for decades. They deserve respect, nothing less. The political struggle is never a joke, a true statement. To lighten the mood is to ignore the very real pain of the realm. Whatever. Look, the gist of the story is that orc is hard at work improving this shitty little city, and the dwarfs are annoying and stupid. Got it? You believe for a second the orc wants the city to improve? No, you've seen too much to ever believe such a lie. We'll go with I've committed to doing the Cleric as Gallist run. I'm just going to always choose those options every time I can. I'm going to build a character around that. Yeah. See where it goes. They're a bunch of lazy assholes. All they want to do is take from the ones who work and give it to those who don't. On the other hand, the revolutionary free strider will bring freedom, democracy, and riches to Norvik. Last part being the most poignant. Let us focus on each of those points, one at a time. Oh, come on. Freedom. Free strider rule will entail joining the Free City Alliance. Local politics will be focused entirely on serving the core cities and reeds in the interests of the trade company. Democracy, while it is true that they initiated the move towards the universal suffrage, the Free Striders are known for both ruthlessly pushing propaganda to vulnerable folks, as well as just simply buying votes. This is fact. Ridiculous. Riches. The claim that Free Striderism would actually somehow enrich the folk of Norvik is actually ridiculous. What kind of riches are being distributed to lower class of the city with the already Free Strider-owned factories? This is silly. Without Free Striders, you'd probably be a farmer. Who the fuck wants to be a farmer? Farming is good. Healthy work. Don't change the subject. I feel like I should make a decision here. Yes, you must retain the spirit of the Asgelian Revolution. After completing a quest branch, you can allow it to take root in your mind. When doing this, you must make a choice between available feats. Take a deep breath and stand up against the ever-growing wave of capitalism. You should choose Asgelian spirit and speech. For this feat, you restore 1 hit point for every hour that passes. Greed ain't so bad. To be able to unlock a better life for yourself, who'd want that? You should choose Money Talks. Okay, we'll do the Asgelian spirit and feat. Honestly, I think that'll be really useful. The Dwarven way is a good way. The egalitarian way. I feel like you resolve some conflict in the world. I mean, honestly, yeah, because I am always losing elf, so that's perfect. Oh yeah, I was going to go see if there's anything about the waterways here. You hear that there's going to be trouble in Waterland this evening, your first day of Toasted. You should check it out. You found a note about a Norvegian revolution meeting up in Waterland this evening. Okay, let's go check it out. So all these people are gone now. Ooh, a lot more people here though. Youth Asgel Modisa. Another 20. Damn, okay. Human, reads folk, level 2 writer, chaotic neutral. A girl on a mission. She's out to battle for the green, no matter the battle. Her brash exterior is no fakery. It is her heart worn on each of her sleeves. Responsibility. This is what the weight she feels weighing upon her shoulders. Modessa does not see herself, her ego, as having any greater meaning. Rather, that meaning has been transposed from others, her mentor, her friends, but most importantly, her ideology. She does not believe in Asgelianism, not truly, for she happens to be one of those people who does not see any rules upon the urban sprawl and cultural battlefields as worthy of respect. She does not believe anything that can be pinned down into an ideology. That belief in itself, that is her true ideology, even if she does not know it yet. Rollo Malek. Level 1 unemployed. The next generation. A late-stage teenager. Representing all young men among the Orthfolk. Statistically, it could be worrying. If all young men today feel as lost and unemployed as this one, then everything must be going to shit. At least he's politically active. That might also be a worrying detail. Young men with little to lose and everything to gain are, historically speaking, a common driving force behind world-changing conflicts. The old guard nationalists do not represent them. If free striderism does not support them, if Asgelianism is too progressive, then what phrase will these rumblings lead among us? Let's find out what's going on here. A tense scene. Ugh. A cleric, just in time. 4 young guys, each looking a bit nervous, except the angry-looking blonde kid. We've confiscated the illegal goods, he says, and bows his head. For the city! He turns his head towards one of the kids behind him. How's it going, Urf Nissi?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying. Hold on. Pointedly, kid's trying to cast a cantrip. Hey, stop it. He freezes and gives the blonde kid a nervous look. Oh, sorry, cleric. See Rollo waving towards him, a gesture for him to ignore your comment. I'm Rollo, the blonde kid says and takes a bow. Rollo Malek. At your service. Behind me are Yorf Nissi, Sten Boskin, and Tully. We're members of the Norvegian Resistance, a movement too. You're thieves! And ignorant book burners! The girl adjusts her spectacles and straightens her back. With all due respect, Mr. Cleric, do not believe a word from these thugs. You notice the 2 other girls behind her, a halfling and a dwarf. Both look at each other. Assholes! Careful, it's an actual cleric. Thugs? Come on, Modessa. Really? Like, the AY aren't a bunch of ruffians? I've seen enough, the goblin whispers to you inside. Just activists clashing. Asks Neil the AY? Asgalist youths. See her green armband? Hello, everyone. I'm the cleric. They've stolen, she hisses, then turns Rollo to bark out, You stole our entire water lane delivery. Oh, sure, of an illegal newspaper. Lord Cleric, I assure you, we're doing the city a favor here. I take that back. It's just a bunch of LARPers. Okay, so I'm sensing a conflict. You're here to uphold the law, right? So arrest these assholes, now! The dwarf grabs her hand and holds her back. Modessa, calm down, please. Point at the Asgal girl. You, explain your side. She scoffs. Okay, fine. Her dwarven friend mutters, Modessa, in a concerned tone. Copper press fever added. We deliver papers for the Asgelian chant. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a pretty big deal. The paper is not terribly popular, but it is known for radical articles and political stances. She draws a sharp breath. We have a busy schedule, and right as we start delivering the papers in Waterlane, these pieces of shit started following us. Taking papers we've just delivered right out of people's mailboxes. That's illegal, right? Highly illegal. Of course it's illegal! Your opinion does not even register. She does not even hear insolent behavior. She does not care for your opinion on the legality of mail theft. How rude. And then they grab one of the paper stacks from Zerba. Like, straight up assault and theft, and... Modessa, it wasn't... They can't get away with this! It probably was not that bad. Poor girl. Point at the nationalist boy. Okay, what is going on here? First of all, thank you for listening to Reason. I know we look like some dumb kids, but we're not. Burning the written word does nothing to dispel such a notion. He gestures towards you and then himself. We're all on the same team here. I don't look dumb. Uh-huh. So, we heard about the Asgard champion delivered on Toasted. Or I did, at the guild. I work at the fishery and I see every day how your folk get radicalized by dwarven nonsense. So I figured I'd get the boys with me and we'd, put a stop to it. You want to stop the production of a copper paper? We couldn't figure out where the thing was printed or anything. A lot of copper press designs don't really have official companies behind them. Especially trash like the chant you hear coming from the short kid in the back. Go fuck yourself, Tully. Hey, relax. I'm telling a story here. To the good Lord Cleric. He turns back to you and coughs once. Of course, it's illegal to distribute unlicensed paper in every official district. So I ask around. Apparently, someone saw these girls at the university going around delivering it. Wasn't that difficult to figure it out. It was Modessa doing the deliveries. Fucking Modessa. She's not allowed to do that, the large kid said. Wait, you guys know each other? There's a history? Yeah. Back in school, everybody knew who Modessa was. The Asgelist annoyance, the blonde kid says with a grin. Such a terrible nickname. Unimaginative and boring. Also, fuck you. Anyway, that's how we got here. They're delivering an illegal magazine, and we've put a stop to it. He grins wide and proud. What does the law say about this conflict? The Asgard chant, or whatever silly name its anonymous publisher gave it, is not licensed for distribution in Tolstep. Requiring license for public distribution is a typical method to repress journalistic intent in Norvik. The city knows that terrible paper should not be given out. At the same time, it is also illegal to still deliver newspapers from mailboxes, even if those papers were delivered illegally. So both are in the wrong? Different ways, yes. What are you guys voting for in the election? Not the time, Snail says. The Workers' Party, duh. Same for me. The dwarf raised her hand carefully. Yeah. And those stupid boys are obviously voting for the party of Norvik. No, we're not. None of us are. Yeah, fuck that. What? Yeah, no. The silent kid in the back raises his fist in the air. Fuck the establishment. Roll and nuts click. There are deeper forces at work here. Divine forces. I see, so you're also voting for Asgalis then? Same. What? No! What, you're not voting for anything? Indeed. We're not voting at all. He looks insanely proud. Not a bad choice considering this mess. What? If you don't engage in democracy, we, the Blanket says, are fighting the evil powers, ready to establish a true resistance to anti-human sentiments. For Yorth, the girl of creased brow sighs loudly. Yorth be blessed. He is. I could just charm one of them, right? That would be a solution. Tell them you made up your mind, then cast it on one of them. Okay, I've come to a conclusion. Good, she says and nods. She's hiding a nervous expression. Great, good. He's outwardly very nervous. Ooh. Should we see if we can find a compromise? Ooh, let's do that. Perhaps, but you must engage in a deep meditative form of empathy in order to achieve it. Hell yeah. It is time for a compromise. Both of you listen up. Your calm and determined voice rings out across the street. Tell the girls you can't deliver your paper. Then tell the boys you can't steal it. But you can't deliver it. That's what I've been saying. And you can't take it. Just listen to him. Come on. The blonde kid grits his teeth. Then he grabs a stack of paper and tosses it across. Oof! Modessa grunts as she catches it. Then she immediately turns to you. What do you mean? We have every right to no delivery without a license. Fine. The boys quickly disperse, muttering among themselves. Don't, the dwarf girl tells Modessa as she strolls up. Hey, Mr. Cleric, You know we're just going to deliver these anyway. As you answer, she turns and walks away. Well, you sure made the prom go away. Somewhat. Now let's get out of here. Wow, and we leveled up? Hell yeah. Wow, should we keep our strength going up? Should do wisdom. Get dexterity, maybe constitution. Well, none of them give me another roll. Oh, +5. Okay, let's do wisdom. And then, I think we finished another quest, so let's go take root. Trouble brewing. Young woman running around the streets slinging his gallus propaganda to honest, suspecting citizens. Boys causing chaos in the name of some hapless magazine-inspired rebellion. This cannot be tolerated. No, it cannot. Too much chaos has been caused by these damn kids. Indeed, this must be solved. With the night of the state we shall... The Asgal youths did nothing to warrant such pushback. The era is one of communications, ideas interchanged freely between a populace of free-minded thinkers, folk dreaming of an egalitarian potential. However, the problem lies with the unfortunates who break and sear folkarian thought with reckless unkindness. You must pray for them, beg of them, to please stop being so mean. We must keep hope for those with anger in their hearts. Those boys might be unkempt and rough, but they are proud citizens of a great city. They are performing a service, albeit a crude one. One beyond the realm of law. But the youth Asgals, they are even more unlawful, to a much steeper degree. The Asgal girls were just doing a technically criminal crime. The boys were doing multiple literal, actual fire-related crimes. It is a morality issue, not a legality issue. You weigh morality up on the shoulders of ideology in this case. You see that, do you not? The only shoulders being weighed upon here are your manly, bulging, muscular traps. What has happened here is a complication upon society, a representation of the wider culture. Young men are drawn towards the rough, downtrodden world of the dreamers, the hope of national unity through a Northrian story, one of leadership and honor. But without the guiding star, there is no such singularity, no control, no wise king to bend knee to. Instead, these boys are simply expressing pain through violence, enacted onto those who are attempting to craft a more caring future. That is, young women. They, as opposed to young men, are drawn towards more social type of unity, with welfare and Asgalian flattened hierarchical structures. Beyond Asgal himself, who is by his function also a male figure, it is to womanly people you shall look towards. Lady Fair is one. The halfling god? Yes, Lady Fair and those not. The walking god who gave everything to save her people. Her words are few, but spread far across the coast. Her church is quite active among Norvegian society, as an occasion of charity. One open to all folk, no matter their origin. An egalitarian dream. That is why women, as harsh as it is to say, are simply more suited for Norvegian leadership. Lady Fair makes it clear. A house held by women stands any season. There is something so powerful about dreams. Ideas spreading from man to woman, woman to man. But the Asgalian dream is not a blessing. It is a smile wrought in pain, a vision of 1,000 layers of intersected nets and labels, tangling every person and snaring them into oppressor or oppressed. There is oppression. There are unfair hierarchies. The world is corrupt, but not fundamentally. If these boys are pushing back against Asgalianism, that is only natural. It is an ideology which pushes a foundational belief that they are naturally, oppressively superior. If a young man grows up in squalor, finding zero advantages from him being a man among patriarchs, nor any power from being a human, especially if he grows up with non-human clusters, something many of the poorest human do. When he is unable to find a job at age 19 and has almost no political, societal, or economic power in his life, which dream do you think he would believe in? The one calling him to fight to reclaim what is his by right, a good life as a future patriarch, or the one calling him an oppressor? It does not call him an oppressor. That is an unfair reading. Asgelium is about systemic change. That young man is trapped in the same cycle of violence that all men find themselves. Since the dawn of time, that he must fight, that he must be a patriarch to have that good life. Asgelianism would lay the foundation that allows him to be free from these burdens. He would be free to find that job, that good life, with the same prospects as everyone else. That foundation is laid by raising women to the forefront, by allowing them to flatten our hierarchies and bring about a new world. That is an argument, but does not change the core values. You need to come to that realization, the one every boy reaches toward the late stages of capitalistic, puberistic, and socialistic awakenings that, no, not at all. It is only your placement you must understand. Figure out where you've planted those 2 feet of yours, and accept where your bones will begin their incessantly slowish grind into the pavement. Learn more. Steel yourself. Seek love. Be more. Suddenly understand gender. I realize your place in love. We'll go wisdom. Oh, it is such a simple answer. As you compare and contrast, as you break away the many specifics and biases and little intricacies that make each man a man, each woman a woman, what is left is but the souls of these folk, these creatures of biological realities and spiritual happenstance, each of them loving and holding and hating and screaming within yours arbitrary spectrum, within some neatly organized checkboxes on a governmental form, within the heart and genitalia of each young, viral, beastly person who struts across the artificial landscape. They think so much, they feel so much, both as one. They are. Men and women are innumerably more similar than they have ever been different. Any kind of statistical calculation or divinely attributed science will always point in this exact direction. There are extremely minor divergences in the averages. They are negligible. The default man and the default women are going to be, in every single way that makes on a broader scale, equal. Yeah, I figured it'd be that way. Oh, yeah, hey, +1 hit points. Sometimes, maybe. However, those minor differences on the average, they coagulate towards the extremes. A bell curve. It is a miracle the green one took this long to figure it out. If men are 0.001% more aggressive than women in the averages, that is nothing but an indication of this. The most violent people in society are all men. That means both of these following statements are fully true. First statement, men and women are the same. Second statement, men and women are different in the extremes. But how does that affect reality exactly? In this way. Only extreme cases does gender affect anything. If you are dealing with the most empathetic people in the world, they will almost all be women. If you are dealing with the most competitive people in the world, they will almost all be men. Yet, for the vast majority of groups and our collections of people, the more empathetic and competitive are just as likely to be either men or women. The gender divide is not something you should use to judge or evaluate average people in an average day-to-day life. It is only relevant in vastly wide distributions. You will not always have more male criminals. You will always have more male criminals. You will always have more female asgelists. But only because the most violent people become criminals and the most lovely people become asgelists. Something about the last part doesn't sounds incorrect. It is something to think about. Now, you must choose. Choose a side, as difficult as it might be. I think I'm ready. Do so. Stand tall. Do not be afraid. Pick Lady Fair. It is done. The feminine has entered into your body, your soul, and your blood. Be kind to it. Be slightly less confused about gender. What did that do? Extra proficiency in roles and speaking with feminine characters. Oh, and you can forego the sweet feats too. Cool. But where was I at? So I said yes to being a cleric 7 times and yes to being as Gellist 6 times. Cool. So I'm guessing the ones over here are like the rogue, wizard, some of the other ones that have showed up, then obviously the other political groups. Alright, I am feeling pretty under the weather in real life today. I was hoping to finish all the way of part 1, or at least day 1. But that's not going to happen, so I'm going to end it here. Although exciting news, I'm hoping to have a webcam by the next time I record. And hopefully I'll feel better too, and be able to do a longer video. Have an amazing night, and take care, y'all. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'd love to see you on here more. I'd love for you to leave comments, and we can talk about what's happening in this game. There's so many parallels in this game to real life, and just, it's a phenomenally written game. Overall, very impressed with it so far. A little too similar to Disco Elysium at first, but I feel like it's kind of forging its own path as we're getting further into it. Okay, have an amazing night. Take care, y'all.